What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Lennox Lewis. Yes, Lennox Lewis was asked by Max Kellerman how he ranked the heavyweights of now, who was the top. Of course, we had some changes to the lineup, and Lennox Lewis said that Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder are at the top, and that these guys were fighting the best. And he was disappointed in Anthony Joshua because he stated that Anthony Joshua wasn't fighting the best. He stated that Anthony Joshua was pretty much put on the shelf, and his manager allowed him to fight easier fights and take the money instead of fighting the best opposition around. And Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder were busy practicing getting better on each other, and while Anthony Joshua wasn't doing anything worth mentioning. Wow. Now, we know Lennox Lewis in the love-hate relationship, or the hate-hate relationship he has towards Anthony Joshua, because he'll say something informative or promising or interesting, but back to the same. Hello, welcome back, Lennox Lewis. Now it's time to counterpunch you again. Once again, my brother. He first says that Anthony Joshua wasn't doing anything. Oh, he also said that Anthony Joshua is a quarter horse. He has to keep on practicing and training because Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder were practicing on each other. You know, first of all, Lennox Lewis, how can you say Anthony Joshua didn't do anything in his career and he was around half the time as these guys? Anthony Joshua, at this point of his career, shouldn't even be mentioned with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Think about it. He's only what, 22 fights in, 23 fights in, and look what he's done in the half the time. First of all, second of all, how is he going to fight these guys when these guys are turning down offers? You know what I mean? It's like you put him on the shelf. They didn't want to fight this guy, obviously. This guy offered them money. They called it lowballing. You know what I mean? $100 million is lowballing. $12 million is lowballing. $28 million, $15 million. All these are lowballing offers, right? Tyson Fury laughed at the joke of what they offered Tyson Fury, but what did Tyson Fury get for fighting Schwartz? $15 million? But that's lowballing to Anthony Joshua. You know, look, man. The more and more I hear Lennox Lewis talk, the more I know, and I'm convinced that he doesn't know anything about the financial business that went down between Joshua and Wilder, or Joshua and Fury. He didn't know, neither does he care, but he does care to put his 2 cents on, saying, well, those fights are not getting made, and I'm disappointed in Anthony Joshua. The man got beat because he was beating the best. Who wanted to fight Ruiz? You know what I mean? Who fought Miller? The only reason they're fighting Miller because Miller didn't fight Joshua. That's the only reason Tyson's fighting Miller right now. It's a cop-out. Okay? The only reason Deontay Wilder's fighting Luis Ortiz because he didn't want Luis Ortiz to fight Anthony Joshua. That's a fact. And he's saying that these guys are practicing getting better on each other. I mean, well, they only fought once. You know what I mean? Tyson Fury proved that he can get off the canvas, and Deontay Wilder proved that he can punch and needs work on his skills. That's why he's going back to the basics. So I don't know what Lennox Lewis is talking about. You know what I mean? And it's a trip how these guys, Lennox Lewis, you know, like offered this information to Max Kellerman. You know what I mean? They asked him who was the top. He was like, well, you know, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury's at the top, but I'm disappointed in Anthony Joshua. I'm like, well, damn. He asked you who was at the top. He didn't ask you if you were disappointed or whatever. But he made that his business to say what he felt and how he felt about Anthony Joshua during this time. You know, but then in the same breath, he will say, oh, Andy Ruiz was a good fighter. He was a very good fighter. So which one is it? You said he had to be a quarter horse. Obviously, you called him a quarter horse. What is a quarter horse? A quarter horse is a horse that runs fast in a short distance, just like Anthony Joshua, right? Meaning you know what he's capable of doing because he's done it. You wouldn't have labeled him that if he wasn't that. You wouldn't have gave him that jacket to wear of a quarter horse if he wasn't fighting these top guys. So stop. How are you going to say, oh, he's a quarter horse, he needs to keep on fighting? Well, who else is he going to fight when these guys are turning down offers left and right? $100 million. You can't make that shit up. You know, and honestly, before, Deontay Wilder was spared, really, by the public. If it wasn't for Anthony Joshua losing, he would have been made a laughing stock, a disgrace to American boxing. You know why? Because nobody in their right mind turns down that type of money to fight a guy that you claim you want to fight. Counterpunch. There is no way in Hades that he wanted to fight that guy and not pissed off that when he lost, when that fight was, when he lost, there was no way he wanted to fight that guy based on his attitude and the way he reacted. He reacted like he was relieved. Okay, so I don't know what Lennox Lewis is talking about. I think, you know, him being from the PBC, I feel that you can't say, oh, I'm disappointed in Anthony Joshua, but then try to train him. You know, he's not fighting the best, but then say, oh, Andy Ruiz is a very good fighter. That's weird. That's strange to me. I just find it very, very strange with Lennox Lewis, and he makes it his business to down Anthony Joshua. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't know. I just don't understand it. Maybe you guys can tell me what's up with Lennox Lewis. You know what I mean? Because I thought I had it figured out, but then, you know, this is more of the same. I thought when Anthony Joshua lost, he would give him a break because he was fighting the best guys. You know what I'm saying? And not fighting these, you know, nobody guys. Because if he was fighting nobody, he would have still been winning. Right, Lennox? But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Lennox Lewis's comments. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.